So this is one of a very interesting project that we have recently working on. I think this is something that we would want to share, wherein if you look at it, it feels as if like it's a kind of a something that a different kind of organism, let's say. So the whole idea was how do we, because when we did a project called Ribbon House, the client for when we came to this project, he was so interested about that project, and he also wanted to see that what could we do for his site where he wants it to be a bigger expression of what we look at as the form of the ribbon texture, what he liked. And when we actually have gone to the site and we have seen it, so it felt as if I probably like here we could have a much bigger expression of how we can look at it. Entrance has been created. It forms like series of waves that grows up in size and all of a sudden it goes down, which forms an entrance portico. And then when we enter into the house, when we start approaching it, it is something that it would actually change the movement as you move in with the car. It would also change uh, how we approach it. Probably the geometry is quite in a way that where it would actually respond to your motion, where when we say architecture is frozen music, it's actually something that when you as you keep moving it, you can start seeing the play of how the music would move into. At the same time, this is a geometry that invokes emotion. This is not a geometry that is randomly created, but each of it, how it creates, where it starts interacting with the. So the interesting element is the archway, where you enter into it. So you already are entering into an architecture that has been engulfed by you, and as you move into it, and even when we look at it like different parts of it, for example, this is like a very interesting car lounge that moves into it, where you have a drop off and you go into this side, and the car lounge itself is something that where you can drive your sports cars right into the door. Then you have a sports cafe and a space that actually makes you feel like with the car, and where you can actually look at them, appreciate them. It's a very interesting kind of space that evolves into it. So it is more about how we could bring that personality of a person, how dynamic is it, and how he was looking at the spaces or idea of home, what he understands as something that is very interesting. That we brought it into the space. So this is a kind of a different perspective. So this is the first main element of ribbon. This is another element of ribbon that comes into it. And then we have ribbons that are flowing around, which forms like an enclosure. This is the one where it is used it for a kind of a parking that leads into it. And there are different kind of ribbons that move all around the house. And it is not just they're just being superimposed or laid into it, but it's also about how it intervenes at some place where it forms like an element inside the house, some place it forms like a roof element, sometimes it's like your garden wall, but at the same time the same element continuously moves around the space, forming a strong sense of connectivity and connection between different spaces. So this is another perspective that gives that the kind of entrance that we're looking at. And if you look at the zoning, predominantly there are zones where there are bedrooms. Like this part of the house actually has bedrooms, right? How like wherein like where we can actually look at define it this house into different zones, wherein for example, this is an entrance and a gallery zone. This is the living zone primarily. This is an entertainment zone. This is where we look at the entrance of the space. So interesting element is like how the geometries flow into and form like this cuboidal volumes, and the geometry of ribbons which move completely into different directions. But when we talk about spaces where they have a potential to be what they can be, and probably they can have much more than what they are defined for, I think the space itself without furniture could be beautiful. So this house actually has a potential, and it has been we have been working on the spaces at different corners, wherein like it actually takes us a lot of time to even to look at the space to understand that what probably we can get into. That's the kind of strong geometry, because it's nothing that we are fixated with the geometry. Probably I think for this project we have changed our models, I think, approximately 40 to 50 times with different inputs, different requirements, or probably even to see that how the flows are happening. Because it's a constant evolution that happens right from the plan level, how it happens with the space level, and how it happens with the height. Because at any given point in time, we strongly believe that there should be an optimization in plan, there should be an optimization in space, and there should also be an expression of space. When you talk about great projects or great Olympians, they're not made by the results of it. They're already made. They are made by the process of it. So this, by the process of it, becomes a very powerful project. I think we are still in the initial stages where we are looking at how the columns are coming and where it is coming up. But the journey itself is so beautiful in terms of how things have been shaping over in the last few months and how we have the interaction with the client. I think probably this will soon will be some of the one of the project that would we really be proud of, and we could really give client something that what he has been longing for, something that we could really give something that even we could surprise ourselves.